What's going on, people? It's your man, the YB, back once again. So, we got a bit of a peak one right now regarding the basketball player. Now, I ain't gonna lie to you, man. I feel bad for Deontay. Deontay's story is a story that stands the test of time. Boxing, I don't know, man. Footballers, are there goofy coaches in top football games or any top sport? That's not, in fact, I know that not to be true. Yeah, if you're in the NFL, if you're in English football, if you're in basketball, there's top trainers, right? That's the bottom line. Boxing, I can't think of one sport where you have fugazi trainers. Not one. Literally. But even mixed martial arts, in fact, it's crazy, people. I guess you do get odd occasions. You had that Ronda Rousey coach, Edwin Targaryen, some Game of Thrones sounding ass dude. He was a bit moody, but still, end of the day, people. Ronda, yeah, she was limited, but she put the UFC on. She was the first UFC superstar. Yeah, you can talk about Chuck Liddell and I think Brock Lesnar. I mean, for women, for sure. There's been no woman before or after who's done what Ronda did. So, was she moodily trained or not? That's one example. Boxing, though, everywhere you look, there's some goofy fake news trainer. And Malik Scott is surely one of them. So let's get to the clip here. So Deontay Wilder gets knocked out. I'm trying to find the frame here. Deontay Wilder gets knocked out, yeah? So he's just been knocked out. Literally. And as it happens, not the topic, but I do think the fight should have continued. I've watched it back in slow motion and in every different angle and every different motion. Yeah? Every different speed. And I think Wilder, he made the count, if I'm honest. And in this kind of fight, in these kind of stakes, let it go. Yeah? Let the fight carry on. In my opinion. He was up. He wanted to fight. The man told him to walk forward. And he waved it off. I mean, I guess he should have put his hands up. But normally the referee goes, put your hands up. And he didn't do that. He just waved it off. Anyway, it is what it is. Either way, end of the day, he was going to get cooked. But we've seen Wilder before. Wilder in the Fury fight got put down for the first time. And it often happens. I do believe Wilder wants to fight. If that makes sense. He's a bit shot. But I think that might have turned him on and thought, F it now. Let's have a swing. That's what Wilder does well. Let's have a swing about it. Anyway, that's not the point of today's video. So Wilder gets knocked out, yeah. The fight's just been called off. You can see the ref's hand there waving it off. Watch what happens next. Watch this. Let me find it. So Wilder's here, posted here. The fight's off. Zhang celebrating. So Zhang goes to his team. Wilder's just been knocked out, yeah. So Zhang just got picked up by his coach. You can see it there. And literally, and bear in mind, these aren't minutes apart. These are literally more or less frames. So Zhang's being picked up, yeah. And look at this dude here. There he is. Who do you think that cat is there? That is Malik Scott. Malik Scott ain't even go over to see what Deontay is out here kissing Zhang's coach. I mean, I feel sorry for Wilder for reasons I've explained. The sport is full of goofy looking ass individuals. Frauds. End of the day. Yeah. Wilder, he put you... Malik, you would have been working in McDonald's, all due respect, right? Let's call a spade here. Malik Scott would be working in McDonald's right about now without Deontay Wilder. He put you on. And whether Wilder fought well or didn't do... I can't even sit here and say, well, maybe Malik was mad because Wilder didn't do what he told him to. Wilder did exactly what he told him to. You was there in the camp. You was the head trainer, right? And you had dude... You were a head trainer of a camp. And you had dude poking the toilet plunger in his face. You had dude spinning and whatnot. There's no way them events happened and you didn't know about it. Because some of the footage is months old. So you would have seen it on Fight Hype or whatever. Fact. You was embracing that. So forget that narrative. Oh, he was angry and he went over to Zhang's team to celebrate first. You're the one who arguably put him in that situation. Spencer Fearon said some great bars. Malik Scott, he one of them cats here who can talk boxing. He sound good. That's all he does. He don't know it. He just don't know it himself. He just don't know it himself. And I'm not a big boxer. Obviously, I've never boxed before, but I'm not a big boxer and whatever. I can tell you though, there's basic principles that work and do not work. Spinning is never one of them basic principles. Spinning, and even then, even when you see Lomachenko cut an angle, yeah, he doesn't turn his back. He doesn't do a 360 spin. It's like a 90 degree, maybe 180. You never spin around. You never do that. I think it's even illegal. You can't show your back to someone. So, again, he knows nothing about boxing. Because if he did, he'd have said, Deontay, there's some actionable things we can do here to make you more proficient. Let's get that big, long, gangly jab, rather than just pouring it and kind of, I don't know what he does with it, hanging it out there. Let's get it drilling in, like Lennox Lewis. Let's get that jab stinging. And then let's get, who would have thought it? Let's get that big two coming in the back. I've seen Wilder do it in the past, years ago. He'd step in and sting the lead. In fact, it might have even been the shot that, well, certainly Bermain Stavern. Bermain Stavern 2, yeah, Wilder drilled a jab, split Bermain's guard, and then drilled a two. Right down the middle. That's what the base to be working off. Let's get your defense tight. When you ping the one, let's get your hand back to your face. And then sling the two off and bring that back to your face. Let's get the right hand stinging to the body. I've never seen Wilder for a body shot. 40 fights. Even versus... What makes it worse is, it's not like Wilder's been fighting dynamic fighters his whole career. Wilder's been fighting pure bums. So you'd think there'd be a long kind of... There'd be a lot of footage of him stinging someone to the body. These big stiff plodders that he's been fighting. There's not what people, I swear to God, I've never seen one clip, one frame of Wilder stinging someone to the body. Ever. With any shot, but his big right hand. No. Let's get... What do we know about the head? The head is always more difficult to hit than the body. Let's get... Usyk showed it. This big oaf, Tyson Fury... Let's get him. Let's start touching him. Let's find our range. Let's get some confidence here. The body gives you confidence. I'm hitting something. If you start chasing the head too early, you get discouraged. You get tired because you just keep hitting air. Sting the body. Not only does it get you confident and get you hitting something, also it sets up the headshot because you got the person constantly kind of fainting and parrying down to their body. Then you swing it up top like Usyk did. Oops. Busted. Basic principles. Nothing spinning about it. Nothing super technical about it. Just basic. Your nan can watch it and say, why isn't this guy's hands up? Why isn't this guy using his big long levers to jab something? Yeah. Instead, Malik, he talked all this mystical boxing rubbish. Oh, let's do some mystic. And I can see how it's attractive. It looks cool, doesn't it? Yeah. The layman will watch them videos of Deontay spinning and getting off and cutting back in. Oh yeah, I mean it does look. If you didn't know nothing, you'd say, "Oh, that looks pretty cool. That looks effective." Against a man standing spark on the floor and not moving himself. But anyone who's even if you've only sparred once in your life, you'll know quickly. You'll find out quickly. All you have to have done. You can even spar a woman. If you spar a woman, yeah. Well, that's a lie. You probably could get off on a woman, but if you spar anyone if there's two people who have sparred once before, you'll never get that move off. You'll never get a move off where you're able to spin, cut an ankle and fight. Because they'll just move their feet. They'll step back or they'll pivot themselves and you're back to square one. You've achieved nothing by spinning off like that. End of the day. Malik's been in the game 20 years. But I think Wilder, he got sold the dream. I wouldn't be surprised if Malik was the one who put him on to smoke the ayahuasca. Yeah, Deontay smoked this, yeah. I think Malik Scott was the one who passed him the moody ayahuasca joint. That's what I think happened. He said, yeah, Deontay, smoke this alien thing. It's going to put you onto a new higher level of reasoning. You're going to be in there you're going to be in there shape-shifting. You're going to be seeing 4 moves ahead. You're going to be fighting in the 4th dimension. That's how I think Malik pitched it. Because he's that kind of hippie kind of dude who think he's always edgy. He think he knows something better than the basics. And Wilder smoked the herb, smoked the moody herb, yeah. I'm not saying that completely took him off, but that certainly didn't help. It's that whole way of thinking that you can be a not Yu-Gi-Oh, that you can be a Dragon Ball Z kind of. That Dragon Ball Z shtick, right? Yeah, you can just dart here and dart there and spin here and spin there. That Dragon Ball, what? Deontay Wilder, Malik Scott, one of them cats, yeah, who came to anime. That's what I believe. He watched too much anime. And he think, yeah, let's do that. It's TV show, bro. It's animated TV show, Malik. Humans can't do that. You ain't going Super Saiyan. That's what you're not doing, Malik, if you didn't know. Because the way you trained Deontay, it looked to me like you thought you could summon some Super Saiyan. That's the kind of move you just, and then spin off kind of thing. Anyway, that's not the point of this video. This irritated me, this cat. Your man just got smoked. The man who put you on the map, fact, got knocked out. And you're out here hugging next team. You ain't even seen what Deontay yet. You're only here because of him. He's supposed to be your brother. It's not like... Sometimes I've seen you. Sometimes I've seen. If your fighter wins, then it's kind of like humble, right? If you're... Let's say Wild had knocked Zhang Spark out and Malik went over there to kind of console his dude. I get that. Because you know your man's fine. He A-OK. He just won. He up. It's that kind of, let's go and make sure the victim's okay. But when your man's Spark on the floor, because of some shit that you taught him to do, you don't need to go nowhere. You need to sit your ass in that corner and make sure your man's okay. Out here running, kissing dude. And the only thing I will say on Wilder's part is, it is ironic that he sacked Mark Breland at the time. Mark Breland stopped the fight with... Who did he stop it with? He stopped it with Fury 2. And I believe Wilder said, he put something in my drink and there was people conspiring against me. No. Mark Breland's a nice man and he actually cared about Deontay. Malik came in, which is often the case with new trainers. Dom Ingle said, new trainers, they sell this pitch. They say, yeah, don't worry. Whatever he'll do, I'll do a bit cheaper, kind of thing. So Malik Scott came in and said, don't worry, Deontay. I know Mark Breland wanted to stop the fight, but if you tell me you don't want a fight stopped, then I won't ever stop a fight. That kind of shtick. And Malik Scott probably doing it on the cheap as well. Yeah, and that's what you get. When you go cheap, Malik Scott couldn't box. He don't know boxing, fact now. When you go cheap, that's what you got, cheap training. You got a dude who watched anime training you. Well done. Congratulations. So, I talked about irony. The irony of the situation is you sack Mark Breland, a solid boxing dude who actually cared about you, on the pretense of a big conspiracy. And more time, this new dude who's supposed to be all about you get knocked out. He celebrated with the other team. And I heard after this situation, late that night, Malik Scott was in the club with Zhang and his people, turning up. That's the truth. So he the inside man. This cat here is a CHINA agent. Oops. Busted. Yeah? What's that cat's name? I'm trying to think. Xi man, 100%. This cat works for Xi. Xi Jinping he works for. Even the colours here, there's no mistake, people. Deontay Wilder, he never had red in his colours. Oops. Busted. Malik Scott was the one who petitioned for this. I'm sure the China flag is gold and red. Oops. This cat here is a Xi cat, for sure. And they work together. Not based on anything I'm saying, based on what we're seeing. He's celebrating this one. So maybe Malik Scott does know boxing. He knew how to get Wilder's ass knocked out. Yeah, Deontay, let's not work on our jab. Let's not work on our defense. Let's not work on our right hand. Because everything's fell off, people. Wilder's defense was actually a little bit better, if I'm honest. Watch the Ortiz fight. His defense was a little bit tighter with Mark Breland. Fact. His right hand was more stinging. His jab was somewhat there, half there. He has no jab now at all. Even when he's fighting Lenius. In the Lenius fight, he's running backwards. Yeah? Galloping away from Robert Elenius. It's kind of nuts. Malik Scott went in there as a double agent for the People's Republic, PRC, 100%. For the PRC, he represent. Inside man here. Inside man. And because he out here in the club after the fight, turning up with Zhang's people. Whilst Deontay there, going through it. I've got a video coming soon. Deontay Wilder's missus has left him. She's taking half. Oops. I warned these cats and these industry chicks. Industry chicks are industry chicks are industry chicks. Do you understand? They're there for the industry. When you fall off, you good for nothing. Yeah? You good for nothing. She want to be on. Taylor Swift, she fixing to be on. She ain't fixing. She got a TV program, Real Housewives of Atlanta. She ain't trying to go on there with a loser. She want the new dude. She want the new basketball player or whoever else on. That's what she want to be with. There's nothing to talk about. Oh, Taylor, your man got beat up again. She ain't want to be having that conversation on TV. She want to be up. She want to be popping. Oh, I got the new one. The new NBA cat. Jamon. Pick a name. Let's tell it there's a new up-and-coming NBA cat called Jamon Green. Oh, I'm with Jamon now. I'm with Jamon. He winning this. He playing there. He in the finals here. He all-star there. He Olympic team there. Yeah? She didn't want to sit there. Oh, Deontay just flew to Saudi, got his ass knocked out. And he back on the plane with his dusty ass. Trying to fix him to come home. He ain't coming back to this house. Have to get his own place now, because I'm taking this house. Whatever assets you got, I'm taking half of them. We fiancés. And in the US now, or a lot of Western countries, they've gone moist. Even if you're not married, if you live with someone for like 5 years, you're taking half. Or a large percentage. After a certain amount of years, and you've lived with them, you're as good as married. It's as good as half gone. Especially if you've got kids. Forget about that. Forget about that. Half. Oops. Yeah? Deontay should have got himself like Terence Crawford. I'm not saying to that extent, but get yourself a homely girl. That should be advice to all these boxing cats. Get yourself a homely girl who ain't trying to be all in the video, who ain't historically people. I shouldn't have to tell men this yet, but if your chick has been with rappers, I think she was dating 50 Cent or something, one of them ones. Or maybe even Floyd, I don't know. It's one of them kind of plays. She dating some sort of rapper / baller or whatever. That's her background. That's a red flag. A red flag. If it was me, if I had that kind of clout, if I had Wilder's clout, yeah, I'd be out here in the back arse of nowhere trying to pick one of them ones. Them low-key ones. The nice-looking low-key ones. The diamond in the dirt kind of cats. Not these... They're not even that good looking, all due respect. The diamond, in my opinion, the diamond in the dirt ones, they're more pure and they're just better. I don't want a dude who next... I don't want it, people. If I'm on, yeah, I don't want to go to Miami and be posted in the club and see this dude, he had her. Yeah? The chick I bring to the club ain't no one had that one. If I'm in his position, right? Yeah? I know for a fact, because I scouted her. 100%. I went there to some moody town somewhere with population 2,000 and I've picked her out and I put her on. Now, you can still get bumped, but it's much better. It's not obvious. She might genuinely be a homely person. She might really want to hold it down. Oops. You washed up now. It's the tail as long as time. When you washed up and you with an industry chick, forget about it. You lose it all at once. You lose your boxing career and your woman. Got nothing now. Nothing. Not a bean. Wow, Deontay ain't got a bean to show. He ain't even got half the coin he had because you took half. Damn. Anyway, let me know your thoughts. Smash the like button, subscribe. Like off the bell, 100% or doubt about it. Stop it.